welcome back to the next episode of the G&A podcast. I am that beautiful blonde devil that you had killed in an attempt to cover up the fact that your father is trying to kill you and you're trying to secretly vie for the throne. Do.
And I am the guy who's going to be cooking the hors d'oeuvres in the last round of the Shokugeki, Soberoni.
And once again, we are here. G&A podcast where we talk about all things anime. But first things first, let's start with this week in anime. I'm not gonna lie, last night was kind of rough. So
Shout out to everyone who was there for the birthday stream.
Yes, I'm glad at least some of us remembered. I simply just have a very cheap list, the 5 best ladies of My Hero Academia. By Jackie Jing.
I actually feel like this was created by me because I see the list right now and I 100%
I thought no, the AKA the Oni list. Let's start with number 5 being Ryukyu. That might be like the only thing that like might be inconsistent with like
I wouldn't put her on my
that
list.
you would because she's like brand new and we don't know who she is.
Exactly.
But you know, like I wouldn't, but like she's cool. Like, and that dragon form is interesting, a little creepy, but interesting.
It's all right. Maybe she'll have more screen time later.
Yeah. Then number 4 is Momo.
Yes.
Like who wasn't there for her awesome arc in like season 2 or 3?
I think it was season 2. Maybe 2? I forget. She needs more screen time, though. I feel like we haven't seen any Momo for a really long time.
We haven't seen a lot of anyone for a really long time, to be fair. Like Bakugo, all he does is like, "Rah!" and then he's away.
He had a moment at the end of season 3.
Yeah, but that's it. Which is my point. Up next is Uraraka.
I would also have her at 3.
Yeah, like she's actually like a decent side girl character. Like, so this new age of having good female characters, I'm all for it. Excuse me. Like, at first I found her normalness to be like off-putting. But then, I don't know, they had like her little arc, especially when she fought Bakugo, and she's like, I ain't just some little...
I like that fact that her normal personality just like contrasts with everyone's over-the-topness. So I find her cute.
Yeah, exactly. Like, everyone's all like, we're personalities. And she's just like, I kind of just want to make money and support my parents. Thanks. Let's see. Second, we have Furapi.
Of course.
She's just been consistently good from the beginning.
She's like low-key a really popular character too. I know a lot of people have her ranked high in their favorite characters list.
Yeah, she's just very... Excuse me. And I love how... Oh no, she doesn't talk about... I thought whoever made this list, they were like just talking about how awesome her quirk would be.
Actually, her quirk is pretty boring, but...
What? No.
She's literally just Toad from X-Men.
So, I think that's a decent ability, and like that's a really decent ability to have. Like, she's literally like Spider-Man without like
in that world where you have people with like fucking Bakugo's abilities and shit, and you just have a long tongue.
That's okay, but that's like saying Spider-Man sucks because he just
Spider-Man has an awesome ability. It's like saying Jubilee sucks because her ability's trash.
Wait, isn't she the one that does fireworks?
Yes,
but isn't like I don't know. Aren't those like explosions? So that like actually hurts? Like no one wants to get hit by fireworks.
I'm gonna throw sprinklers in your face. It's gonna be so powerful. I wouldn't be afraid of getting hit with fireworks if I'm like the fucking Juggernaut or something.
okay, but if you're a Juggernaut, I wouldn't be scared of being hit by anything. That's kind of his ability. He just runs at stuff and nothing hurts him. But yeah, I don't know. I think she's cool. I think her quirk's cool. I love her personality more.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, she's really dope. And then, of course, number one, because I said this is the only list, is Toga.
Toga is the best badass female out there today.
Yeah, she has a good it's so funny how like her quirk literally just has to deal with her like shape shifting.
Mm-hmm.
Uh but yet she's like down to like slit people's throats. Like
I appreciate. I have a thing for like evil chicks, like the villains. Like I love Junko from Danganronpa and all that stuff. So she fits perfectly in my crazy girl that also happens to be extremely intelligent and sexy at the same time. So she hits all my checkboxes.
yeah, yeah. So that was the list. Do you let us know, I guess, if you agree or disagree with that list.
All right, and my news for the day, we have the reveal for Isekai Quartet season 2. It's going to be airing on January 14th, so next month, and it's going to have the Rising of the Shield Hero cast in there as well. So look
Ooh.
forward to that. I'm really looking forward to
Oh,
that.
wait, what?
So
What?
it's gonna be ReZero, Overlord, Konosuba, Tanya, and Shield Hero. This is the first time I'm actually looking forward to like a mini show, like a 10-minute long episode show.
Okay, wow. That I actually am looking forward to that as well. When you said Isekai Quartet, I kind of not gonna lie, I forgot what you
Existed
were.
from it, yeah.
Yeah. No, I forgot even what it was. I was like,
Mm.
what's this? Why is he talking about this like I'm supposed to know this? But
Mm.
yes, no. I know what that is, and I am very much looking forward to it.
Alright, so with that said, shall we go into the normal discussion of the animes?
Yes, let's begin with our weekly reviews. Start us off, Oni, with
Hero Academia episode 8, season 4.
yeah, that one. I'm looking for it. So this basically was like Sun Eater episode. Like
Now you know why he's called Sun Eater. You did bring up that you didn't like
yeah,
that.
and now I do. And I'm glad they answered it because that is a really weird fucking name.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird name. I think I'm not crazy for asking.
I just thought it was cool. I didn't really need a backstory for it.
Oh yeah. Also, whoa! Oh my god.
Yeah, no, they couldn't ship them any harder if they
The
tried.
Tamaki Mirio shit. I I'm like, you know.
Yeah, no, they. Oof.
Yeah.
But I forgot. There's the other girl that hangs out with them. I was like, maybe she's dating one of them. And after this episode, I'm like,
No,
nope.
no,
She's the third wheel.
She absolutely. I'm looking forward to my Mirio X Tamaki fanfictions.
Yeah, they
slash dojins.
they weren't trying to hide the ship this episode.
Not at all.
I did love the actual action though. Like he has a really cool ability.
He does. Like he's like incredibly overpowered.
And look, he can take people's quirks if he eats their quirk, I guess. Because he took the crystallization guy's crystals.
He ate the crystal. But okay, but it has to be like digestible. Like,
so like if it's an actual tangible, like all right, so
yes, you cannot eat someone's fire and be like.
But by that logic, he could eat Eraserhead's eye, right, and then get the power.
No, he'll just get eye. He'll just get eye. He'll just get an eye. He doesn't get the quirk.
What Eraserhead's quirk is, he has to look at somebody, so it's like the same thing.
It's not. He was able to grow the crystals not because he got the quirk, because he literally ate the crystal. He ate the crystal. Like that's how it works. You have to eat it. You can't.
You know what?
A quirk.
They should.
Quirks aren't edible.
We can test this. I hope they dedicate a whole episode to him eating people and shit to figure out what works and what doesn't work.
Uh, I mean, yeah, I guess that's one way to be all
There's
for
so
one, I
much
guess.
potential. Yeah.
The new all for one. He's actually the villain for season
I'm
5.
serious. They should have made this guy. I really wish he was evil because a cannibal villain would have been awesome. Like a cannibal with that power.
Oh my
Oof.
god, he just eats and he just turns this. Wait, does he have? Oh, he has to eat them. I was gonna say he turned his hand to like a Venus flytrap
Hmm. Oh
and
yeah,
eats them.
no.
You see how that works? You eat a
Yeah.
Venus flytrap, you get a Venus flytrap hand. Does not work for quirks. You literally had a hero that a villain that did that.
But yeah, no. So the one thing I noticed this episode was the music is just so on point. Like it always is, but it's I feel like this was the most on point it's been this season. Where every time something epic happens, the score just picks up and makes it so much more incredible and epic.
Yeah. Although I don't think I was really paying attention to that. I think I was paying attention to like all the shipping. I
Yeah, I
really
know you were.
yeah.
You were just like,
hmm
when are they gonna fuck each other?
Yeah. I mean, how could I not? Like they're literally just throwing it in her face. Um yeah, I was really enjoying like the fighting scenes. It felt like a very natural back and forth.
I didn't.
Uh
I
hmm?
didn't so much like the his backstory. I mean, I guess I get his character, but
Yeah, that wasn't like the
it was
strongest part.
kind of a weak backstory to be honest.
Yeah, like I'm really shy and I can't make friends with people. And then media was like, I see how hard you're trying. It makes you want to try hard. You're like the sun. Oh my god, you're better than the sun. Oh my god.
Mm.
Like, like I think they really were just like, okay, let's just shit these two.
Yeah, it was
Get
kind of a
on
weak. It was kind of weak to be honest, but whatever. If they just want to give ship bait,
with it. Then I am all for who am I to say no. Also, it is very uncanny uh how much he looks like All Might.
oh yeah,
Like
his eyes are freaky.
the-
Like when he was a kid,
yeah.
like when they showed him as a kid, and he's just blue dots in his big head. Oh, so weird.
leave his big head and blue dots alone.
The
Uh,
scariest of all the Hero Academia characters.
all right. Unless you have anything else to say, shall we move on?
No, let's go on.
Let's move on to Shokugeki no Soma Shin no Sara, episode 9.
Yes. Azumi is a fucking creeper.
Uh, yeah, he sure is.
I like the review. He just follows
He just follows
Sukasa,
little
yeah.
boys around, and
Oh, funny running into you here on my sports car in California.
yeah,
I seriously felt like this was easily could have been a Shonen plot line between those two because
yeah,
there's always like that older guy, younger guy kind of dynamic in all the
yeah. Except this
Shonen.
guy's a whole ass father, and this is like a teenage boy. So,
Mhm.
so it was just like, oh. I mean, I feel like they have already done stuff like that,
Yeah.
aka Papa the Kiss in the Dark, but
Mm.
um, I don't know. Yeah, that was really weird. Although I did like the backstory, and I like that it made sense. It made sense.
Yeah, their whole thing does make sense. Like,
It
oh,
makes actually a whole lot of sense.
yeah,
Because for the longest time, we were just like, why all of a sudden they're just all evil and wants to do whatever? But
mm,
it makes sense.
yeah, trying to
And
make it so that I can kind of see it, but it also he just kind of strikes me as like an elitist asshole. Like, oh, they don't truly appreciate my work and effort and blah 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 blah.
no, because his thing was like, he knew that some of these issues that he made was just like him just kind of just doing a shitty effort. And they were just like, "Wow, this is amazing! This is the best stuff you ever did." And he's like, "That's I didn't really, I literally didn't do
I mean,
anything. I didn't."
first world problems.
It really, yeah, no, I agree with that. Very much personal problems. Like, it's basically like I'm a genius,
I'm
boo-hoo,
so talented. Why
and no one
me?
recognizes how
Why
talented
must
I am.
everything I touch be a success?
No,
Boo.
that's not. He's saying no. Why is this a success to people? This is like
Well,
third
yeah, it's
rate
shit to me, but
bullshit.
everyone loves it. I mean, at that point, who cares?
I just had a slop. I literally just threw a slop down there, and no, I get that. I get that because that would be annoying. I personally would not like that.
It's annoying, but I also wouldn't team up with fucking cooking Hitler to overthrow the academy.
He was like, "Hey, well, we're gonna place where either way they're gonna kiss your ass regardless."
Mm.
Sure, like, um, yeah, yeah, I can tell. Like, it all clicked when the guy was like, "Ugh, that was a shitty gourmet." Even you know that your cooking was kind of not great. But they can't see shit.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh my god, someone
He
understands
was the
me."
first person to say my cooking was shit. I love him.
Yeah, no, well, I don't know. That's how it is with kids, you know.
Yeah. The I also really liked Rindo's development this episode too, as like giving her backstory and her whole relation with Tsukasa.
Yeah.
It gives her more it's more detail than just being like, oh, I'm just gonna go with the flow and be whatever the fuck I want to be. Like, clearly she has an agenda and cares about him and cares about everyone. So that's what I
Hmm.
mean. I like the fact that this show gives so much character to all the characters. It's not just like
Yes. Ex-
nobodies.
except for those two guys who are at the dorm, those two jocks.
Oh yeah, well.
I'm like, what is your specialty again? Do you even have one?
I love the joke at the end with joke, but they still haven't decided who the main dish is gonna be, like who's cooking the main dish
Yeah,
first, and then
they just do rock
to
paper
rock paper
scissors.
scissors.
Oh, that was so funny. Also, I like that it was actually Arena who is going to do the main dish as
Hmm.
opposed to like the main character.
That's interesting because it's gonna, I guess in a way, it's gonna be like her versus the first seat
Yeah,
because
which
they're
is
both the main.
cool.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. It's a subversion of expectations, as they say,
Hmm.
but in
Oh,
a good way,
also,
not in a Game of Thrones way.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, random nice ass shot of Ishiki. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Appreciate that. I don't know why he's so like unnecessarily ripped. It doesn't like fit his face.
It's because he's cooking all the time. You got to get you in
No,
shape.
no, it does not.
Yes, it does.
There are a lot of overweight cooks. Um, yeah, just I love seeing the juxtaposition between like uh the rebels and the elite 10.
Hmm.
Like they're all like, we kind of know what we're doing. We're good, blah blah blah. Like, are you ready? This, and you can tell that they had their teamwork and ready, and the other two are just like, like he literally was like, I remember like what they say in one scene. He's like, I'm gonna chop this up and then go boom, like something like
Yeah.
ridiculous like that. And Aiden was like, no. uh,
Well, yeah, I'm liking where the season's going so far. I'm enjoying it. This final bout, I'm guessing it's gonna be like a two-episode, like two-parter type of thing,
mhm.
but I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, it's okay. They literally got like 15 episodes
I
left,
know
so
there's so many episodes left. Woof.
I mean, yeah, I thought this was gonna just end in like two episodes. Like, oh,
I
it's
know,
just like
right?
two
Like
episodes and it's done.
it feels like it's being paced to end in 13 episodes, like
Hmm.
total. But no, we still have a whole second half of the season to
Yep.
go.
I cannot wait to watch it.
All right. So with that said, let us move on to our other great show this week, FGO Babylonia episode 10, which is my actually.
I know, I know, I know. We know it's either between this one or Vinland Saga, and I'm just like,
You know, I'm not gonna make an episode of the week only because it always is. Although this wasn't, it could have been. It was a great episode.
Same.
So
This could have been.
all right, so you're not gonna give it to this. All right then. Sorry,
Yeah.
FGO. It was great though.
No.
It was
It was
really
a
great.
really yeah, it was a really good episode. Quite. It's like I don't want to give episode a week just because they introduced a new character and do it in such a great way.
But Kids
Because they
is
do it
so
all the
great. She
time.
was so fun, and they really nailed
Love
her
her
voice and interactions.
scary face top
Yeah,
tier.
the transition that they did when she had like her shark teeth, scary face, and then she like went back to normal was really good.
Mm-hmm. Like Taiga. Well, yeah, that's her name. Taiga was great, or Jaguar Warrior.
Mm-hmm.
Like after what's her face leaves, after Quetzal, she just starts piling bodies
Bodies
away.
up. I think two things that really stood out to me in this episode. One was the animation. Like there was a lot of extra animation that was
Mm-hmm.
there. Like for example, in the beginning of the episode where Ishtar and Gil were talking, Ishtar's doing like these exaggerated motions whenever she speaks, and like that happened when she was talking with Ritsuka and or Fujimura in the middle of the episode. She kept doing these really exaggerated motions and everything. I'm like, it just makes the characters feel so much more lively when they're actually moving around and not just standing in place. And also, the comedy was on point this episode.
Oh my god, I was dying when she just said something. She's like, "Oh, well, you're gonna have to fight," and then she just shoots her.
They just keep passing by her and just like trailing off on her monologue. They even went as far as to do the whole little flirtation scene where they
Oh
put
my
the
god,
awesome
when the
little
MC
symbolism.
is just clearly like whatever. It's like, he's so does not talk about it. He's like, all right, time to chance yet another servant. Like he's so over it. I loved it.
But that's why I
Uh,
like even though he doesn't get so much screen time because he's
yeah,
supposed to
main
be main
character.
character, but when he does get his screen time in his moments, they work. Like that was a really
Yeah.
good scene. His scenes with Aresh are really adorable and cute.
Oh my god, yeah, they really are. I really like. I really like Ishtar.
Mm-hmm. That sneeze was awesome. Like just her whole appearance goes to Aresh
It's
for like a split second, and she
but it's
was like,
like yeah, exactly. Like they execute it so well from what I
mhm.
imagined in like the story.
I went back and rewatched it again, and you can even see the little reaction faces on. Rin had a bunch of great reaction faces this episode, by the way. Like every frame that had Ishtar in it, she had like an epic reaction face to something. So that was great. But even Fujimura had like the nice little reactions to Aresh showing up and stuff. So, oh, the characters just feel so alive and expressive.
Yeah, and then Fo, I love how Fo ran up and like in her face when he's hitting her, she's like, "All right, yeah, I got it."
The faux fight was good. The faux slaps were awesome, and Anna was great too. Anna
Oh
was
god,
like a
yeah,
couple of lines, but when she was talking
yeah.
to Taiga, kill, 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 kill.
Kill, kill, kill. He was like, "I'm gonna pout me a kitty." Like she was still so salty that she like lost the first fight.
Oh man, I'm really looking forward to this upcoming fight though, with because it left on a cliffhanger, where they're gonna take on Quetzalcoatl, and that's gonna be. I'm predicting next week is gonna be the episode of the week because that's gonna be
Yeah,
that
a
whole
great
episode's
fight
gonna be a
scene.
giant fight scene. Yeah.
It's gonna be amazing. Have a great animation and sharp teeth. I'm just like, yup.
It's definitely one of the key episodes of the show, so
Yes.
looking forward to seeing that.
Yep. I hope you guys didn't fuck it up.
They just dropped the ball at the end of the like, all right, we did our hardest for 10 episodes. Time to drop the ball now.
Yeah. No. We're done. All right. Let us move on to Haatage, Kemono Michi, episode 10.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, hmm. So I'll say this. Let's start with positives.
Mm.
I really liked, Altina was more funny than usual
Uh-huh.
because she wasn't just getting slammed
Yeah, they didn't
to the
actually go back to
table.
that joke, so that was pretty good.
Thank Jesus. Um, Not gonna lie, I didn't really care so much for the Hiroyuki getting kidnapped thing. Kind of.
I was
It
there
was.
for it for the plot line, like, oh, this is interesting, but I didn't like the way it was resolved. Like, because basically you're back to square one, nothing really changes.
It, yeah, it just felt like a Naruto filler
Yeah,
esque.
I feel like they missed an opportunity for actual character development with Genzo, and like if he had given up Hiroyuki and been like, all right, this the whole purpose of me starting the pet shop is to bring happiness and connect animal and people, and Hiroyuki's happy with this girl, so I'm gonna leave him there. I feel like that would have been a more character defining moment, and it would have just been better overall, as opposed to just being like, well, nothing's changing. We're gonna keep this the same now. Like there's no progress.
Yeah. Let's see. The only part of it that I liked was when she was just like she was just trying to convince her dad to go down. She's like, no,
Yeah,
go
yeah,
down.
that was probably
No,
good.
no, no,
Oh, oh, half
no,
of half, half of half of half.
half. I didn't count the halves, but
No, no, that part was
there's a
good.
lot.
Uh, I feel bad for the princess because she's literally getting like shamed everywhere she goes.
Yeah,
It's the butt of every. She. If it wasn't for Carmilla, she would have been
the
the one with the
aqua.
aqua that's the worst off in the show.
Yeah, but she's like a very close second,
Mm-hmm.
like extraordinary close. But yeah, everything more or less picked up when Genzo and Mao were reunited.
Mm-hmm.
Like, unfortunately, it was like, and that was my point. That was my problem with this episode. I'm like, you spent all that time with that fucking dog plot. Meanwhile, this could have been at least half of the episode, and it wasn't.
Yeah, it was like the last 2 minutes of the episode was something that actually mattered.
Okay, like this is the actual plot. You guys could have said your snarky lines and been hating on each other, blah blah blah. It would have
Yeah.
been fine.
I am looking forward to that
Excuse me.
battle between them, though.
I'm not really so much looking to the fight. I'm more or less looking to more interactions. That's
Well,
all.
that's what I mean. Like the fight episode. I don't. I don't expect this to be like FGO's fight caliber, but
Yeah.
I want to
Even though
see.
they've had some good animation fight
Yeah,
animation
yeah,
before.
here and there. I don't
Yeah.
feel like they're gonna do that for this part, though. I feel like it's gonna be more slapstick.
Yeah, which I would be fine with. Just make it, literally, just make it funny. I don't care.
Hmm. I don't know. This is. I'm still on the fence about this show. I still don't know
Yeah,
which way I lean on this show because it has
yeah,
some
me
really
neither.
genuine like that bring down the price part of that with the girl. That was something that could have been ripped straight out of Konosuba in terms of
Yeah,
like, comedic value. So, but then everything else is just so flat. It aggravates me. It frustrates me.
yeah. I feel you on that. All right, are we ready to move on?
That was short, but yep. Let's move on to Azure Lane episode
Wait, did you
9.
have more to say?
No, not really. That's the
No,
problem.
I was literally just like, let's just talk about things I liked and didn't like about it and move on. But yes, Azure Lane. Speaking of things, things that are short, this is literally just. It was like
I enjoyed this
Spice of
episode.
Life. Yes, I know you enjoyed it. I didn't hate it,
Mm.
but I I'm easily going to forget this in like 2 days. Um, like it was literally just like, oh, like mental cube doshio, and like, and then on the other hand, it's like, woo, hey, you're a prisoner, let's have fun, like,
I
and that
enjoyed
was
it
it.
because it was good for building up everyone's character. Like I got to see more of Ayanami interact with Javelin and Laffy, and you actually get to
Yeah,
see their relationship and how it works and why they like each other and why they work so well together. Like that scene with Laffy eating Ayanami strawberry was really cute.
yes, that
Things like
was
that I live for.
yes, that was That was actually cute. I liked it. I enjoyed that.
There was a lot of Arc Royal being a lolicon, so I'm glad we actually got to see that in the show, and then just skip her character.
Yeah, I made a point today to stop almost every frame, like every 5 seconds, to be like, "Hey, Oni, are those all ships in the game?" And he's like, "Yes."
Yes, there's a lot of ships in this game.
Yeah,
Um,
apparently so.
Kaga, I like the plot direction the plot is taking with Kaga being talked to by like manipulated by the siren now, so it's like
I
kind of just.
mean, I mean, anyone literally that knows how plots work would have seen that coming.
I mean, yeah, but it still pulled it off in a good way. I feel like it was executed well.
I mean, hey, you want to save your sister? You can still find her. Just be evil for us. Okay.
Like the
Very
lighting
simple.
in the scene was good, like her clear mental deterioration, everything that she did built to this moment. Like that's my thing with Azur Lane. You keep saying things like, okay, well, every anime does that. But most other anime do it in a really shitty, unconvincing way. We've had all these moments between Akagi and Kaga that make it more believable that like, oh yeah, Kaga's gonna tear shit up because she's pissed and she really loved her sister, as opposed to most other anime where it'd be like, none of this character building would happen. You know, it'd just be like whatever, plot, 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 and you don't give a shit about any of the characters, so it doesn't hit. I feel like with her in particular, it lands because they've had so many good interactions and moments. It's believable for a character.
I didn't say it's not believable. I just said it was very like. I guess because. Yeah, I guess I'll agree because they did it in such a way where they're just like, since the first episode, they're like, "Oh, Onesama," like this is a very like I could see that this is going to happen from very early on.
Yes, but it works because I actually believe that Kaga is going to tear shit up. Like Kaga's a strong ship. She's going to be manipulated to be like. I feel the hype from that moment. I guess is what I'm trying to say. It conveys the hype and the emotion to me well because I'm waiting now to see Kaga go on a warpath and tear apart all the fucking Japanese or German ships that get in her way. Like it's going to be fun and interesting
Okay,
as
well, I
opposed to
hope
something from Kid No Guardian where it's just like this is going to happen now. Okay, cool. Whatever.
can't keep comparing this anime to Get No Guardian.
I will
Just to make
though.
it seem,
Hey,
just to make it
if you're
seem
gonna
great.
compare it to Boku no Hero Academia, I'm gonna compare it to Kid No Guardian.
That was one thing. I wasn't comparing all of it. I feel like Get No Guardian. That's such comparing anything to Get No Guardian. It's such a low hanging fruit.
All right, well, compared to
It's like
King's
comparing
Game,
it. It's like comparing like anything to a piece of shit. This broken pen may suck, but it's not a piece of shit. This malfunctioning cup that's leaking, it might not be great, but it's not a piece of shit. These sugar-free cookies, they may be sugar-free and not anywhere delicious as like a normal cookie, but it's not a piece of shit. Like,
it's hard to compare it to something else because in the frame of this conversation that we have on the podcast, usually we only watch top tier like action shows. So anything I could compare it to within the realm of what we cover in the podcast would be like
I would compare this to Danmachi.
mm,
Danmachi.
I guess so.
Danmachi's
In a
not too
sense.
great. It's not. It's definitely not Get No Guardian. So yeah,
I guess so. Yeah, it's fair enough to Don Machi, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah, and in true Don Machi fashion, like I said, when it comes to Don Machi, the reason I like it is because I feel the emotion of the scenes, and I feel like I feel the emotion of the scenes in Azur Lane.
Bitch, you only feel the motion of the scenes because you play the actual game.
Uh, I still think it's good.
I didn't say it wasn't, but
I will say, playing the games obviously makes it a lot. I feel like if you play the games, the show is very good.
Yes.
And that's saying something because, Grand Blue Fantasy exists.
Yeah. And if you haven't, then the show is just very okay.
Yeah, fair enough.
Unless you like Strike Witches, then it will also be very good.
Yeah. If you just want fans, well, it's not even fan servicey. It's like a little bit of fan service.
I don't know. Remember that unicorn beach scene?
Mm-hmm. A little bit of fan service. Not as fan service as Strike Witches, but
Okay, yeah, agreed. All right, so let us move on to what is undoubtedly our episode of the week.
nope.
No, or is then am I missing wrong? Missing one? Or
Nope.
do you think it's not yours?
This is not my episode of the week.
Wow. Okay. Wow. I am actually surprised. This is a real time reaction. Holy fuck. What? Okay. Well, this is my episode of the week.
Yes.
Episode 21 of Vinland Saga.
It was a good episode, though. I just can't keep awarding this and FGO fucking every week. Like, I think FGO is the best. No, that was Vinland Saga this time.
I'm sorry, but this is so good because this literally is like, this is like prime Game of Thrones.
Yeah, no.
Goodness.
Ascot is full Littlefinger now. He's just pure Littlefinger at this point.
Except he can also fight. And
Except he can fight, and yeah, he's not. But I feel like he's gonna die really soon because he's gonna do some stupid shit where he thinks he's outwitting somebody.
Episodes.
Exactly, that's why I think he's gonna die. I don't think he's gonna kill them. I think he's gonna try to do some like really conniving stuff, like Littlefinger. Like, I'm gonna outsmart the king, and the king is gonna be like, "Oh, you could try to outsmart me. I'm just gonna stab you," and that's gonna be the end of that, or like assassinate you or some shit. Like, you can't outsmart a fucking... I was gonna say gun, but they don't have those yet. You can't outsmart a fucking sword.
Also cannot outsmart a gun.
Or a crossbow, apparently. Well, you can outsmart a crossbow, as we found out this episode.
Oh my god, you don't even understand how shook I was when I thought that he just, I thought he just set up...
Yeah, I was so... the whole first half of the episode, I was like, what? What's going on? Because I thought Ascalon betrayed Canute, and then when they did the whole stripped him and he had breasts, I'm like, oh my god, is this like a double reverse twist where Canute was actually female?
Okay, I knew that's not the case, but I was like, wait, was this thing where like Canute actually realized as I was trying to kill him, so I put the body double to begin with to pull Asclad? But no, neither of those things. It was neither of those things. He did it. They all set it up just to put pressure on the king for their council meeting, so that he won't get shipped away somewhere at a disadvantage and separate his forces.
Yeah, and what's more, they're even using the spy against the
using the spy. Yeah, first of all, I knew Gunnar was a spy
I think you mentioned it yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, I said last podcast.
Yeah, I was like, I knew he can... he was so shaky at the first. He was all what the fact that he was so shaken by what was happening and Canute's change. I'm just like, oh yeah, this little bitch is gonna squeak. And I was right. And even before they say it, oh, I don't trust Gunnar. You saw his terrible acting.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, is this so great? I'm so relieved that blah 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 blah. And I'm like, oh my god, I actually just want to stab you myself.
But I think one of the better moments of this episode was definitely the reunion between Thorfinn and Leif. Which I wish it was longer. I wish there was actually a longer conversation between the two, because they kind of just met and had this brief exchange. But
I mean, I didn't expect it to be longer just because of Thorfinn's personality. She's not the type of person to just sit and talk with you. Hey, let's catch up all the time. Remember my dad died?
Yeah.
He's I feel like for him, he's that part of my life is done or permanently on hold until I still only care about avenging my dad.
Yeah, he has the whole Sasuke syndrome.
Yeah, hardcore. I think he goes even way harder than Sasuke, I feel like.
I wish there was more. My only complaint with Vinland Saga is I'm not a big Thorfinn fan. I wish he had more complexity to his... everyone else in the show has such a complex and realistic, in-depth character. and Thorfinn is just Sasuke to some extent. Like, he's cool, he has his moments, but he's just kind of like, revenge, revenge, I need revenge, 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 revenge. I'm like,
But that's how revenge works.
I know, but can he have like some kind of duality to his conscience? Like, maybe part of him cares about revenge, and there's like a small part of him that's like, but is this what my father really wanted? Because it kind of hinted at that earlier in the show. Yeah, really, but now it kind of seems to like be on the back burner. Like, he hasn't had any moments of like conflict in a while.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this show is so like complex and already what it's trying to do. I'm okay with them not giving him too much because I'm like, bitch, where are you going to fit it all? Like,
yeah, and I'm fine with it now because it's just it feels like even though he is the main character, it feels like he's not. He's like, it doesn't. The show doesn't revolve around him. That's why it's so good, because it feels so real, because it's like Thorfinn is just a part of this world, but there's other aspects of the world that the show focuses on a lot more.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like Naruto, where it's like everything revolves around Naruto and whatever.
Yeah, like I thought, I'm not mad about like him being all about revenge, because it's like we're not just watching a half an episode of Sasuke being like, Tachi killed my family, Chidori. Like, no, I don't have to think about that for an entire episode, because he barely talks. So he barely talks, and he's just like, he kills things, and I'm like, I'm okay with this. If this is your job in the anime, then kill people.
I'm just waiting for him to kill Askeladd, or Askeladd die, and then he's just like, oh, okay, now what? Like, like, what after? What's the next logical step in this plan of yours?
None. That's the thing. People, I don't know. I feel like that's the thing they're probably going to touch upon.
That's what I was hoping that Leaf would tell him. Like, okay, you kill him, and then what? Like, what's your end game for the, like?
I think they'll see each other soon enough. And
I'm pretty sure they will.
Deeper into that, they won't just show Leaf to just be like, all right, bye, Leaf.
And maybe in season 2 we'll see Leaf again, and they'll have their little talk.
Although, rest in peace, Bjorn.
Oh yeah, Bjorn died with the duel.
Yeah, that's like a really huge part of this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that really like made me sad, because like when they first like talked to each other, had that scene, he's like, "Oh, how's your leg?" And it like pick a handle of a sword, and I was just like,
"Oh yeah, that's good foreshadowing."
Yeah, when he was asking him that, I was like, why does it sound like they're about to fight each other? I peeped that. I was like, why does it sound like they're about to duel each other?
Yeah. Yeah. Man, the show's so good.
But yeah. But like, wait, Oni, do you understand why he like died like that?
In terms of like the significance of it?
The what? Yeah, the significance of him dying to like, or like fighting Askeladd in a duel.
No.
Because like once I figured.
Like, I have a few things, like theories, but nothing.
No, go ahead. I realized what it was, and that's what made it. That's what made my episode of the week. I was just like, oh my god! I was like, that made me like.
Well, my thing is, he was always looking for approval from Askeladd, and also he was kind of always distrustful of him. So my theory is just that this was a way of, like, this is the way I communicate with you, so I need to lock swords with you, and this is going to be our decisive moment for me to finally convey my feelings to you. But that's as far as I go.
Okay, so, and I think this was it. I think I'm right on this. I don't know, just I thought about it for a bit. They did that on purpose because he was going to die. Like, he was going to die. They said it before.
Oh, you mean Bjorn was going to die?
Bjorn was going to die.
Yeah.
It was like, the infection made his stomach, he's going to die. You saw that he was already weak, like, when they were...
is it because you think he wants to die in a duel, like...
Yeah, he wants to die in a duel to go to Valhalla.
Yeah.
And he wanted to die to his friend.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what happened. I think that's why they were saying all that stuff before he killed. And that's why he was like, oh, shit, I'm sorry. I
Oh
meant
yeah. Whoops, I missed your vital spot.
yeah, I'm sorry. And then he was like, "You're my only friend." I'm just like, "Oh, it makes sense. You're sending your friend to Valhalla because he doesn't
Hmm.
want to die not in
Yeah,
combat."
if you don't die
So
in combat, then you go to Viking hell.
or whatever the fuck that means. But yeah. So in my mind, that's my theory for it. And
That's a good theory.
I'm like, huh, that's really sweet. Like, cause I don't think Askeladd hated him. He clearly had a different distinction for Bjorn. Like,
Yeah, Askeladd has a very complex character, so I feel like he
yeah,
did care more about Bjorn. He cares about, like, for as much as he talks about the Danes, he cared about Bjorn. He cared about
the
the
brothers.
brothers, even though they betrayed him. He was like, here,
Yeah.
take this and don't fight again. Like, he clearly cared about the people he was with.
Yeah, in his own way.
Hmm.
Like, and then I love that he's like, yeah, I know you probably hated us, you probably hated me, and I know you probably hated yourself as well.
Hmm.
He's like, hey, like, try not to be hating people for like X, Y, and Z reasons. I was like, goddamn Bjorn,
Yeah.
goddamn, rest in peace. What a man.
Rip F in the chat.
Yes. All
Alright.
right. Let us end this episode with your episode of the week.
Correct. Fire Force, episode 20. So the reason why this is my episode of the week is because I think it went with, it stuck with its guns and it did what it does best, which is very, very stylistic action scenes. Like, oh my god, that shootout between the lieutenant and Arrow
Yeah,
was so fucking it was beautiful. Like, I loved it. The
it
color,
was
like the
beautiful.
shadows, the lighting, the
I
colors.
agree, it was beautiful, but it was also low key, like kind of stupid. Like the concept of it was very dumb.
I feel like it reminded me of,
Like,
like,
let's blow our shit. It literally was like, yeah, it literally was like tanks. Like, I'm gonna blow your shit up, then I'm gonna blow your shit up, then I'm gonna blow your shit up.
hey,
Like,
I'm fine with that.
it was very, well, not stupid. It was very simplistic, which almost made it comical in my mind.
It reminded me actually of the sniper battle you could have at the end in Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah.
It was like that.
Yes.
Like, there's let's try to snipe each other. Like, I just love the way it unfolded, and then for it to follow up with the Arthur Arthur showing up to help him.
Yeah. Just, oh, God, Arthur. So
Arthur's Loki's
funny.
become my favorite character.
Yeah. I mean, he's not my favorite character. He's like second. I mean, my favorite character is Maki, but then he's second place.
Hmm.
Um, he literally just comes in. He like say something like really cool and prolific, and then he's just like, "I'm a knight." Like, he just comes in and says, "I'm a knight." And I'm like, "Oh my god, you're so fucking stupid. How are you so stupid?"
Yeah, and even the way it ended. The first off, Lisa is super hot in
I
that
knew you were gonna
outfit.
say that.
Holy shit, she's
I knew you were gonna
the
say
most
that.
beautiful looking thing I've ever seen in that show.
I knew you were gonna say that, and because I noticed it too. I was like,
Yeah,
"Wow, she looks really good in that
she's
outfit."
amazing in that outfit. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
she needs to stay on the bad guy side a little bit longer if that's what if that's what she's gonna be
That's
wearing.
awful.
But no, I really like the crow mask wearing dude as a villain. I forget his name, but I love
Dr. Giovanni.
Giovanni. Yes, I love Giovanni as a villain. Like, he's just so creepy and threatening, and I love the fact that he's
Yes.
gonna be fighting Obi.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I love that scene where he's like, I'm gonna teach you some more things, Lisa. While
Hmm.
whacking his little nose thing. Oh, that was.
Oh yeah, he's just so unsettling. Like, see, this is where I get the Soul Eater vibes from.
Yeah.
When we get fights like we had in the beginning, and then we have villains like Giovanni being all creeping and menacing and just weird. Like,
Yeah.
this is why it's absolutely, because I wanted to keep doing this, where it just does its own style and not have, try to copy Shaft or Naruto or Bleach or something. Stick with
Yeah.
your Soul Eater style.
Agreed. Yeah, this is really, really good. I actually did enjoy this episode. Like, I really did enjoy this episode. Yeah, I honestly I don't think it was good as Vinland Saga, but
Well, listen, it's gonna be
um,
hard to ever find shows that are like
yeah, no,
from
I
one to
understand
one.
why though. But if I guess if we could not choose those two, yes, this would have been the pick for me as well. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, I mean, it was so beautiful. Animation actually went to a good place, and I think it's fitting that Obi is taking on the commander of the or the captain of the other squad instead of Shinra. It just
Yeah,
makes more sense.
yeah, I really am looking forward to that fight, especially because considering he has no
He's
uh
like Batman in a way because he has no powers,
yeah,
but
he
he has
has
like a
no
bunch
power.
of just raw,
Weapons and
abilities.
devices. I'm
Yeah.
assuming Vulcan's devices are gonna come into play like a lot.
Mm-hmm. And clearly Lisa just she's still hot for Vulcan.
Oh yeah, clearly.
She almost had a Taiga moment mid.
Can't be mad because Vulcan is kind of hot.
Mm, he deserves her. They
Yes.
deserve each other. I hope she doesn't die. Oh my god, Giovanni's gonna fucking kill her. I'm gonna be so mad.
Yeah, agree. Well, yeah, I feel like I agree because I just want them to be together, and I feel like you're doing it for like duplicitous reasons, and I'm just like, ill.
What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
And if you have anything else you want to add, or can I
Nope,
send us
take it
home?
away.
All right, guys. If you enjoyed this episode of the podcast, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you can catch it up every week. Also, do be sure to head over to our Twitch, join the party on our Twitter or Discord, and follow us on Twitter. I'm all over the place today. And if you want, you can even donate to us on Patreon, like all these lovely people on screen right now, and you'll be able to watch the Babylonia episodes as they air with us. We have a live watch with our patrons, so if that's something that interests you, be sure to head on over to Patreon. Drew, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
On his birthday's in 2 days, so make sure you wish him a happy
Woo!
birthday. Yes, do it again.
Thanks, guys, and yeah, big thanks to everybody who came out to the birthday stream. It was a lot of fun. I know I died midstream, but it was great.
Sure did. He will said it was like it was Neurofest levels of
Oh, it definitely was. It was the Neurofest of this year.
I'm glad to have taken part of it.
Yes. Well, until next week, this has been Soberoni, and
Do we do?
we'll catch you guys later. Later!
Bye.